What's up, guys? The May Patreon rewards are now available. Cyclonic Rift, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Avacyn Angel of Hope are all available through the end of the month. If you'd like to support our channel and pick up these sweet proxies, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves or by clicking the link in the description below. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another gameplay video. Today we're testing out Mardu Knights. We've already run a Mardu humans list since the start of Ikoria, which I found to be pretty fun, but this is a little bit different. This is looking at the Knights focus. We do run Lurrus as our companion, so we've got a little bit of built-in recursion. Lurrus is pretty much everywhere in Standard right now, and so I do think it makes a pretty good home here, to be honest. To kind of look at the deck, obviously everything is permanent-wise 2-drop or less. The only 3-drop card we've got is Unbreakable Formation. Obviously, we're a go-wide deck, and so anything that's going to pump up our team, give them indestructible, do that kind of thing, get us around maybe some of those sweepers, it's just perfect for this. So to kind of go over the list in detail, we've got 4 Venerable Knights. A 2/1 for 1, already great value, but whenever it dies, another target knight you control gets +1/+1 counter, and so we can kind of drop that wherever we see fit. Foulmire Knight only is a 2-of in this list, but it is a 1/1 Death Toucher for 1. Not super aggressive, but very, very good on defense if need be. But you also can pay 3 and you draw a card and lose a life, so it gives you a little bit of like late game value. If you draw this, you can just say, okay, well, let me cycle it away. Hopefully find something a little bit better. Knight of the Ebon Legion and Fervent Champion really are both like optimal turn 1 plays. These are like the best of the best. Obviously, Knight of the Ebon Legion, if left unanswered, can really take over a game. And Fervent Champion just gets in there for extra damage. Not only that, though, in this deck, more so in like the mono red list, we get to see it kind of pumping up other creatures that are attacking. Since pretty much every other creature is a knight. So this is actually really, really great in this list. It's just a really, really nice aggressive card. Fight is one we have as a 4-of. Really strong card, in my opinion. It's a combat trick, but it gives indestructible and +1/+1 to a human and a non-human. Now, a lot of these, like in this case, we can obviously do Fervent Champion plus Knight of the Ebon Legion if we've got those out. So there are situations where we'll be able to use both sides of this, which is going to be great. Looking at the 2-drop slot here, Worthy Knight as a 4-of, it's a 2/2 for 2. Whenever you cast a Knight, you get a 1/1 human creature token. So obviously, we've got a lot of Knights, and so hopefully we're going to be pumping out a lot of these guys is the goal. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses a life. We've got 2 of these. This is just a really nice way to get kind of incidental damage in. So very, very happy about that. Inspired Veteran, obviously it's a Lord for the Knights, so of course it's going to be running the Knight deck, a 2/2 for 2. All other Knights get +1/+1 that you control, so very, very powerful. Skyknight Vanguard, really good flyer for this list, so it gives us a little bit of tech against flyers, but it also spits out more tokens, so very, very good in that regard. One of the new cards from Ikoria that we get to run in this is Dire Tactics. We do have a pretty hefty number of human knights, and so we usually don't have to lose life with this, and it's a 2-mana exile target creature, so that's really, really good against a lot of stuff right now. Any sacrifice deck is going to be great to be able to exile their stuff. Something like a Titan is going to be fantastic. Anything with Escape. Really, there's a lot that we can hit here, so excited to try this card out specifically. Despite the fact that it is just a removal spell, I think it's well worth it. Looking at our land base here, no mountains, but we do have 3 plains and 2 swamps, 4 Godless Shrine, 4 Blood Crypt, and 4 Sacred Foundry, so the full gambit of shocklands. 1 Savai Triome. We don't want too many tapped lands, just because obviously we're trying to play out on curve as much as possible. And then Tournament Grounds as a way, obviously, to pump out these knights and fix for them. Now, what I will say is we do not have something like an Embercleave to kind of finish off the game quickly, and so Unbreakable Formation is really our go-to in order to hopefully try and finish the game that way. So we'll see what we can do. I'm excited to give this a shot. I haven't played with Mardu Knights very much. I've seen it every once in a while, so excited to give it a shot. Let's jump in. If you didn't see the last video that we posted, it was the Kahira Selesnya deck. Holy crap, was that deck good. Absolutely loved it. Surprisingly, this is okay to keep because of these, though it does make fight as one not quite so good, but, you know, we'll give it a shot. We do get to play out on curve with Skyknight Vanguard, which is pretty awesome. Sure. Ooh, that's pretty good too, actually. I think we kind of want to do this, though. And we will attack here. I'm okay with, you know, swinging into this. Looks like we are against a Cycler's deck, which is interesting. I've said a million times, Cyclers are not my favorite strategy, but doesn't make them bad. Just makes it different. Okay, that was preemptive. We'll see how long the other games go if we count that or not, but there was no way that really should have counted, if I'm going to be honest. So we'll jump into game 2 here. That's kind of silly. I don't know why they would have just given up. Maybe they just didn't draw what they needed. That's okay. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Something I think a lot of people forget is that Richard Garfield, when he created Magic the Gathering, wanted it to be a mixture of strategy and luck. So I know it pisses a lot of people off when they're like, oh, I didn't get the lands I wanted. And I understand that, trust me. Fully understand. That has happened many a time. However, that's part of the game. That was the whole idea. It was supposed to be a little bit like poker in that regard, in which case, you know, you're able to build a strategy and build, you know, a game plan, but you are also subject to the cards, which is just how it goes. All right, let's play this out, and let's drop this. We're just trying to get a bunch of stuff out. What I will say is, like, if they have a shock here, for instance, that's gonna suck, and they do. And that's okay. Like, that's just kind of the way this deck is not great, unfortunately, is like, it dies to removal. Hashtag whatever, isn't that the Professor's podcast or something? Let's play you out. Let's play you out. I'm just going to let this enter tapped here. We could have played Lurrus there, but I don't think it was worth it. I'd like to be able to play something along with Lurrus when we drop him. So that's kind of the plan there. I'm just going to do this. We get the counter here. I'm sure they've got, you know, something to kill this. That's fine. Yeah. Very much expected. Let's play the knight. And we'll pass. Also, if you see me looking here, it's because I am literally exporting the previous videos as we speak. Now here, I'm much more willing to obviously do this, so we'll get another Venerable Knight out. We could have gotten the Fervent Champion. I don't think we needed to, but that could prove to be a mistake. We will see. All right. What do we want? What do we want? We can just kind of do this. I mean, we take 2, which sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, let's get this out here. We kind of want to go wide as much as possible here. We will not enter untapped with that. The only reason I don't like doing that is because we do have the fight as one, but I think it's kind of necessary for us to keep our life total fairly high here. Though it could have gotten around that, and that kind of sucks. But all right, there we go. We had the Inspiring Knight there, or whatever, the Lord. So Inspired Veteran, is that it? Either way, we definitely had that one, so I feel pretty good about that. Let's go ahead and jump into technically game 3. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see how long this goes, because you know, obviously if it's a very, very short game, we'll jump into a fourth one just to kind of even it out a little bit. Bleh. Bleh. No, this is bad. Like, we have a Fervent Champion and then just nothing. If this one of these, any one of these, was a Godless Shrine or like a Tournament Grounds or something, I would be super in, but can't do it. This is much more doable. I honestly think we just toss the planes back. I mean, kind of sucks to do that, but like, I don't think it's crucial that we've got, you know, a million lands by any means. So, well, let's do Ikoria. There we go. Number 1. Perfect. Oh, and we get this anyway. Let's jump you out, and we will attack. Kind of interesting whether or not we play one of these, which of these two we play, excuse me, on the next turn here. Not 100% sure. We'll see. I kind of want to play Worthy Knight and just kind of get that going as quickly as possible. Yeah, I'm going to do this. That might be wrong. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's not, though. Just being able to, like, spit out a bunch of tokens against, like, a bounce deck like this seems right. I don't know. And we'll save this Lurrus. My assumption is they've got sweepers in a deck like this, in the Yorion deck. It's a Zorius Yorion, it looks like, so I think that's pretty likely. But we'll see, of course. Tasty. All right. Let's drop you down. Let's drop you down. We get a knight. We get a lot of damage in, ideally. They'll probably just block here. That's fine. Just means they take 4. They're going to gain 2 here. And my worry now is that they may have a sweeper. But we do have the Lurrus to kind of back ourselves up at least a little bit. Oh, Jeskai. Okay. So this may be closer to the version that I played. Mine was a 4-color version, which was very, very sweet, by the way. Holy crap, was it cool. Yeah. Let's drop you down. I'm hesitant, but let's do it. I don't remember how many sweepers this ran. I want to say a decent number, though. Pump this up. They can trade off one of these. That's fine. We're the aggressive deck. It doesn't matter. They could also double block here, but we do get the dire tactics left up. So not too worried about that. This deck is very, very good at staying alive, though, is what I will say. And that's very frustrating when we are the aggressive deck. I'm going to leave this up, though, for us. So if they do happen to have a sweeper, we can kind of save at least a couple things here. Potentially just like one thing, though, right? Yeah, these are all humans. So not ideal. But, you know, it gives us something here. And then we can always dire tactics like their Yorion or something if they decide to play it out here. So we will see. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't matter to me. And now they've played their 2 cards for the turn, so just hope they don't get a sweeper. They're going to, like 100%, but got to do the best we can here. That is why I'm waiting on the Lurrus. I'm not trying to pull that trigger too quickly, because if we lay that out and then they sweep, we're in really bad shape. If we have this as backup options, then that just means, okay, we can play this out and play something else from our graveyard. Maybe it's a Fervent Champion, maybe not, but it's something. And so that's kind of important for us. I'm wondering if we do kill Narset on our turn. We will see. Yeah. I mean, we could have technically exiled our guy. to get over that, but I don't think that was the correct thing to do. Tournament grounds, huh? Okay. We really just need to get that in a non-usable position. I'm gonna swing in here with everything. Let's give this select a player or a planeswalker. Oh, duh. And let's do that. We'll see if we can take this out. It's not the worst thing in the world if we can't, but you know. Again, I'm trying to save this for the Yorion. Kind of surprised they didn't try and trade off there, but that's okay. Works out. All right. Let's see what they do. We've got a lot of mana opened up. My question is, if we get rid of this before the end step, do they actually get all their stuff back? Because I don't know how that works. I am not 100% perfect about knowing everything about this game. As is very few, well, as are very few people, I should say. Okay. Sure. That's beatable. Are you just gonna play the Ikoria? What you doing here? Nope. Man, they are pushing the value. Resolve. I think they could have just played the Yorion and like done some major damage. I don't, or at least that would have been a good play. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We took him off in our set though, which feels good. Yeah. Sorry, we're dropping a few frames here, guys.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
I think we're back up. There we go. Okay, you're gonna bounce a thing. That sucks, I guess. You bounce the token and just kill it, but like literally anything else we just get to replay. I mean, they're staving off an attacker, which is, you know, pretty key, but like it's not the worst thing in the world for us. All right. Sorry, by the way, just exporting. Worthy Knight, he bounced. Okay. Yep. Well, that's not bad. First things first, we're gonna attack him. I'm gonna put it on this. I believe. Might have been wrong. Maybe it should have been this. We'll just throw this guy here. If they want to block it, they can block it. Just to give them something to think about. I get why they were trying to play out Teferi there, I suppose, just so they could, you know, keep it alive so they can bounce it. Oh, I see. Duh, because of Teferi, we can't do that. Oh, that makes sense. Let's play you out. And let's play you out. Kind of wish that worked the other way, but that's okay. Yeah. mean, they're gonna get to Yorion, and we're not gonna get to do a thing about it, which kind of sucks, but worse things have happened. My thing is, like, they do that, they get a couple 1/1s, they get these guys back, and they'll get Teferi back up to 4, but they won't get to use it this turn. So, like, it doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world. Doesn't seem great, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying it's not the end of the world. Sorry guys, we're dropping some frames again. Network issues are terrible here. Our ISP is garbage in our area. Absolutely garbage. All right. Yep, that's the thing. We're gonna play that. I really just want to exile a thing, but I know that that's not good to do. Let's do fight as one. You get indestructible, and you get indestructible. Since we can't do it as like a combat trick, I feel like it's okay to do that here. Let's give it to this. We won't be able to Dire Tactics their Yorion on their turn no matter what, thanks to Teferi. We could try to attack the Teferi, but I kind of just don't think it's worth it to. It's like, yeah, it sucks, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And here we get to mostly clear their board and get them down to 7, which is, you know, pretty reasonable. We can do this and... we couldn't quite play anything. I guess if we had untapped our Sacred Foundry, but I don't think we need to. All right. I'm holding on to this guy, man. We are very all in right now. And I do think we'll just count this as our last game, only because it is taking a little bit longer than we expected with this Mardu Knights deck. But again, this is a Jeskai, you know, kind of fires deck, so that makes sense. All right, let's hope they don't find that sweeper. Normally this deck runs like 4 Omen. That's just kind of an annoyance. Like, it doesn't win the game, it just slows it down. Ugh. Yep. I'm just getting this out of the way. At this point, I'm kind of just interested in finishing off this game as quickly as I can. And now everything at least trades with what they've got. I mean, we'll throw it here. They can like double block here and that would really suck, but I mean, I feel like they have to block the 3s, don't they? Just to mitigate as much damage as they can. We could have taken out Teferi, by the way. I don't really care. It's going to slow us down, but it's not going to stop us. And if anything, it kind of gets a card out of the way from a sweeper. Are they going to trade for the Inspiring Veteran? Nope. Okay. Well. I really want to do it, but I still don't think it's right to. If on the off chance they've got that sweeper, you just have to be so careful with that, and Lurrus is really our only way out of it. My thing is, you know, they're probably going to play Yorion, bounce everything. They're going to get 4 1/1s, 4 life, 2 cards, and 2 refreshed Planeswalkers, which is all very, very powerful. And there's the Shatter, so that's why we didn't play Lurrus. I mean, sure. Makes absolute sense. They could just bounce their own thing with the fairy. That would not be bad. What would have been helpful a while back is like an Unbreakable Formation, where we could have just like, you know, dug through a lot of damage or something like that. Agent of Treachery. You're gonna steal a land? I mean, yeah. I guess that's fine. It doesn't, I mean, we're a Knights deck. It's not gonna take us off of anything. I feel like they should have held that until we played like Lurrus or something. That way they could have gotten more value out of it. Which seems kind of silly. But hey, not my thing, yo, not my thing. Let's play this out. And they could very easily just win this by having another sweeper. Let's be very clear. We're going to play you out. Maybe could have played the Skyknight Vanguard. That might have been better, but that's okay. And we'll play this. I mean, that's all we can do. Sorry for the network it drops, guys. The network issues here are really, really frustrating, I know. All right, let's see what they can do. They get Lurrus with that. Okay. Now we may have lost, to be honest. But we'll see. Opponent playing a bit slow, also. Not like it's the worst thing in the world, but it's just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why they didn't play this earlier in the game. They probably could have won earlier. My guess is at this point there's very little we can do to win, though, because, you know, we can draw a Dire Tactics, for instance. That doesn't mean we actually get through for all that much damage, though. So, I think we may have lost. Especially since they're getting like a butt ton of value back right now. But we'll see. We'll see what we draw at the very least. There's no sense in like giving up a game for no reason, but you know, if we draw a land, okay, it's probably pretty likely, you know, if we draw a land that we're not gonna get very far. They also get to bounce a thing here, which keeps us from attacking next turn. Okay. Yeah, we drew a lane. I'm going to go ahead and concede here, guys. Unfortunately, that's not going to do it, and we lost our Lurrus, so. But regardless, I do think this deck is actually really quite good. I enjoyed playing it quite a bit, minus the frame rate drops, but it feels kind of nice because you've got a lot of built-in protection. You know, you've got Fight as one, for instance. You've also got the Unbreakable Formations. You also just have Lurrus. Like, if they sweep, you just play Lurrus and try and do it again. Granted, that's not like a end-all be-all kind of thing, but it's a nice way to kind of dig yourself out if you need to. But regardless, we'll give this a second video, so we'll have another video up on this one. So if you're interested in checking that out, please do. Really encourage you guys, if you're not already entered to win the Ikoria bundle, that giveaway is going on until May 16th. So you've still got a little bit of time, about, you know, 11 days. If you're interested in picking up a free bundle, you subscribe to the channel, comment on any video with hashtag Ikoria giveaway, and that's it. That's all you have to do. we'll make sure to let you know you've entered at some point. That way you know ahead of time, and then you're good to go. So feel free to do that. We really would appreciate the support. The support so far has been phenomenal, so thank you guys that have entered and been watching our videos. We really do appreciate it. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you very soon in the next gameplay video.